what the flagrant fouls were?
No. But it's Draymond Green. That's why it's a flagrant foul. It's funny. You know what was ironic? I said J.K. clean elbow to the head. Boom. I said, wow, that's a review. I said, if I blow on someone, y'all review it. He's like, oh, there you have it.
It looked like you were saying surprise, surprise.
Who's surprised?
It was a sarcastic.
I got a text for saying boom. I say boom every time I make a three, dude. I got a text for saying boom.
Did it? Do you think the ref did it because it was like towards him, or what?
I got to run back on defense. So, again, boom. And when did they become so but a law that you can't say boom?
I'm going to leave it there about the refs. Last night with that tech from you is ridiculous. But the Warriors have a lot to thank. Thanks 2025. We haven't lost yet. 2 games, 2 wins, 2 great games. And thanks to Desmond Bane. That run over Andrew Wiggins really shake up things, woke him up, and that changed the second half. So the Warriors did a great game, beat the Grizzlies without Stephen Curry, with JK leaving on the first half. And we're going to talk about this. Let's see what Steve Kerr talked about the game, Andrew Wiggins, and also the commentaries on NBC, how the Warriors made this happen. And we have a game tonight. We're going to play against the Kings that actually beat the Grizzlies as well 3 days ago. So it's going to be an interesting game. Stephen Curry is back, but Kuminga is uncertain. So there's one bad thing, one point of attention that I'm going to bring today for you. Let's take a look.
Andrew, when we asked Kerr what got into you in the second half, he said, is that Desmond Bane running into you at the end of the first? Was that what got into you, or what was it about the third quarter that got you going?
I feel like that bump definitely, just woke me up a little bit. It was a physical game. He made a good play, bumped me pretty hard. So I think that definitely got me going.
That's NBA, right? Some guys, when you pressure them, they really respond. We know Stefan's like that. Other players are like that. And Andrew Wiggins really show up on that second half. We're going to show the box score in a minute. Let's see what Festus Ezeli talk about the Warriors and how they won this game.
I'll say this game tonight for the Warriors, no Steph. JK leaves in the first half. This was an important game for the Warriors to come in confidence-wise, having a lot of role players play a bigger role tonight. Andrew Wiggins was in the starting lineup. I talked about before the game how he needed to score and be assertive tonight because there's no Steph. Now, him and Buddy Hield together, they're making threes to start the game. Really got the Warriors off to a good start. I think they made the first, 8 threes?
First 8 baskets were all threes.
First 8 baskets were threes. So from the three-point line, they was bombing, but the reason why is because of the ball movement. I thought in the second half, they did a much better job taking care of the ball. 12 turnovers in the first half, 6 turnovers in the second half, and the offense just kept flowing to the rest of the game.
Dennis Schroeder coming over from Brooklyn, he averaged 18 points per game, about 6 assists. He was shooting 40% for the three-point line. So it's a matter of getting him open.
And I left the part of Dennis Schroeder because I really think he's finally fitting in, and that's been so much important. And I think that's also, when you match the games, you'll see that's related with Buddy Hield coming back. Because obviously, what teams were doing before is letting Buddy Hield handle, right? And we don't want that. We want him to shoot. And then Schroeder is making that space. Yesterday, without Stephen Curry, was crucial for everyone to play well. And you see in the box score how 6 Warriors are in double digits, how we split the firepower. And that's what is important. We want to see those guys going. Mose Moody, Link Waters, the third. Obviously, it's a downside. The point of attention here, just 2 things. I mentioned this about the 76ers game, and I'm going to mention again. Like, the Warriors needs to be mindful that the Grizzlies are also coming from a second leg of a back-to-back, the same as the 76ers. So what I want to see tonight is, can the Warriors keep this going, this intensity, this fast break points, and the defense intensity as well tonight, where they will be the ones playing the second leg of the back-to-back game and against the Kings, which are historically a game for us, which is going to be athletic. You have De'Aaron Fox. It's going to be a lot of power and size with the Domantas Sabonis. So I want to see how the Warriors behave. Stephen Curry will be back. We don't have JK. And that's going to be really, really a difference for the Warriors. We're going to need all the other guys playing well, especially on the offense side. JK has been playing really well in the last 5 games, and I'm going to show his stats in a minute. You're going to understand how actually that's a huge impact. But this win for the Warriors was massive. Like, we're going up on the standings. The Clippers is right there. The Clippers, which had Kawhi Leonard back last night, so I expect them to keep going up. And I would expect here in the standings the Dallas Mavericks to shake a little bit. Remember, they are without Doncic, which makes a huge difference. So I think the Warriors can keep rolling this month. They play a lot of games at home. We're going to see the schedule. We have a game tonight at home. We have another game on Tuesday at home. And then we go to a 4 games road trip. So it can be a great January for us until we get to that All-Star break. And I expect the Warriors to conquer and to go above in the standings, even that the West is very challenging, right? So let's see what Steve Kerr said about Jonathan Kuminga.
You know the severity of Kuminga's injury right now?
It's a sprained ankle. We'll have more tomorrow. It's not going to be a day-to-day thing. It was a significant sprain, so we'll just have a report tomorrow once we get a better feel for it.
And that's a big loss for the Warriors. When you look at this, the previous 6 games, Kuminga was averaging 24.3 points. This probably is the biggest in the Warriors. I believe Stephen Curry was under that. He's averaging close to 23 points per game this season. So 24 points, and that's the lack on our offense right now. We know that together with Wiggins, and you saw Festus Ezeli saying that, like, they are the 2 guys that attack the ring, that can drive and attack through the centers, the sizable centers on the other team. So the Warriors need to figure out, and curious to see, even if he's coming off the bench, but he finally found that position for the Warriors and driving that second unit offense. So the Warriors have to figure it out, and we're gonna need to count a lot of Wiggins points, Buddy Hield, Lynn Waters, like all these guys that are coming, and we're gonna see more of Kyle Anderson. Kerr said about that as well. They will have to replace the lack of like 20, 24 points that Kuminga is bringing right now. So he's going to be reevaluated today. Throughout the day until right now, I don't have more information on Kuminga, but we're going to hear more how long he could be out for a few weeks. And if that happens, it's going to be interesting to see how the Warriors offense behave and how much we see from other guys to overcome that gap of points that definitely Kuminga will leave there. But it's definitely a big impact and a big miss for the Warriors. Kuminga has been growing, has showing like probably his best threat evolving, and everyone has been talking about that. Even the Warriors organization have put his name basically out of all trades, right? No one is considering Kuminga for trades anymore. And talking about trades, I think things can stay and get even better, because this news here, look at this. Vucevic has emerged as the main name for a Warriors potential trade right now, and that's big. You know, I did a video talking about Vucevic. You know, that's the guy that I want to see the Warriors trading for. He's a veteran. He's shooting really well. He shoots from 3. He stretched the floor. He brings something that you can say that the Stephen Curry had that a little bit with DeMarcus Cousins, but the reality is like was very short. So it could really change the game for us. And I don't want to see, I said that, I don't want to see Wiggins involved on that. And I don't want to see JK involved on that. I think the Warriors should trade. And what I would do right now is sending Brandon Porzingis, which I know a lot of us as Warriors fans are frustrated. And I think like he's not playing his best basketball this year. He has potential. He could explode somewhere else, but I would trade him. And because we need to match salaries, right? Vucevic has a $20 million salary. So Brandon Porzingis, Kevin Looney, because we're going to trade a center for a center, and Kevin Looney lost a lot of space right now. So you could have Vucevic helping Tracy Jackson to evolve. And then I would put Gary Payton as well, which hasn't been playing. Basically 3 players that haven't been playing in the last 3-4 games. And reality is like we didn't feel their absence, right? We shut down, and Steve Kerr shut down the rotation to 9-10 players, and those guys lost space, 2 of them injured. And I think you would make a trade where you keep the team that is going on right now and flowing, and you still bring another guy that can add 20, 25 points in size. So that's what I would go for. Probably going to have to throw some picks there, but I believe you would convince Chicago to do that. Chicago that is sort of struggling this season and looking to rebuild. So that's the trade that I want to see the Warriors going for. And I want to know your comments. Let me know if you agree or if you would go for someone else. And this is the schedule for the Warriors. So second leg of a back-to-back tonight against the Kings at home. Then we play Miami on Tuesday. We're going to face Jim Butler that has also been, well, actually not going to face him because he's suspended by the Miami Heat. or we'll see the Miami Heat, which has been linked to the Warriors because of Jimmy Butler and potential trades. Then we go to a 4-game road trip, Detroit and Indiana, Toronto and Minnesota. Games that we can win even at the whole road. And then we have a lot of games at home, 1 game against the Kings in Sacramento. So January can be the month for the Warriors. We can finish in a high note before the All-Star break. Don't forget to vote for Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, everyone, Jonathan Kuminga. Want to see those guys in the All-Star game, which is going to be in San Francisco. So it's going to be great to see the Warriors represented by these players there. Remember, the Warriors play tonight against the Kings. I hope you have a great game. I want to know your opinion. What do you think about 2025 for the Warriors? Don't forget to subscribe, help the channel, share with your friends, and I see you tomorrow.